So before I blow you guys' minds with these two stories, I first want to tell you about some exciting things going on with the channel. I have got a new bike reveal coming up in about 2 weeks or so, and I'm so stoked about this machine. It is my dream bike. It is, for me, it's the Lamborghini of super sport bikes. It's a great looking machine. It's got a ton of power and it sounds amazing. And I picked up 3 new sponsors of the channel that are helping me get the bike all tricked out, and I'm really excited to have those guys aboard. And you'll find out about these guys in the bike reveal video. Just cruising through John Wayne Airport here to check out the scene. Busy place, man. Oh, almost forgot. Fist bump, boom. All right, so let's turn back the clocks to 7 years ago. And I happened to be at an airport in Texas on a business trip. And I was with a group of guys, and we walked into the food court because we had a little bit of a layover, and kind of went our own ways to grab food. And I walked past this girl. We kind of met eye to eye, and I walked about another 15 feet, and I stopped, and I'm looking up at a menu. And next thing I know, there's a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around and that girl's standing there, and I'm kind of like, oh, hey, oh, what's up, you know? She was about between 21 and 25 years old, and she proceeds to tell me, she's like, when you walked past me, I got a read on you. R-E-A-D. And I was like, huh? She's like, yeah. She's like, I have this ability to you know, read certain people, and I got a read on you, and I want to tell you, you know, I want to ask you if it's okay if I tell you what I felt. Oh wow, where am I going? I'm going around the loop again? Ah, jeez. Oh wait, I can get out of here. Sketchy. So I'm like, yeah, okay, go for it. So she starts talking to me, and she's telling me about things she knows in my career and in my relationship, and all of it is like dead on. I'm like, what? She says, do you mind coming over to my table and meeting my friends? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I go over to the table in the food court, and there's 3 other young people sitting there, 2 guys, 2 girls. And one of the guys says, hey, do you mind if I take a read on you also? And I'm like, okay. And he tells me almost like the same kind of stuff she tells me. And I'm just kind of like tripping out, right? So the next thing is what blew my mind. The girl asked me, she goes, how do you feel right now? And I'm kind of like, how do I feel? I mean, who asked that question, right? And I was like, well, I actually have a headache right now. And she asked me, she says, do you want me to take your headache away? And I'm like, really? I'm like, how are you going to do that? She goes, just let me take your hand and I'll pray for you and I'll take your headache away. And I'm like, really? Come on. So here's where it gets crazy. So she takes my hand, she starts praying, and while she's praying, I feel this surge of heat rush over my entire scalp. And I'm like, whoa. And she tells me when she's done praying, grant you, this is after the heat already kicked in, she goes, you're going to feel some heat in your head and your headache's going to go away. So she gets done praying and she says, is your headache gone? And I'm like, well, you know, actually it's about 80% gone. I said, I still feel a dull pain. She goes, give it an hour, that'll be gone. Sure enough, an hour later I had no more headache. So I looked her up on the internet, and she's some famous healer girl that goes around on these missions and stuff. So I go on with my life, I forget about it. And last week, my wife, who, let me tell you right now, she's a very strong Christian, got strong faith, asked me if I'll go see the movie A Case for Christ. And it's, real quickly, it's a movie about a guy whose wife becomes Christian. He's an atheist, so he goes on this mission to prove that the Bible is wrong, and ends up finding out that everything in the Bible has, you know, concrete evidence behind it. So as I'm walking out of the movie, and granted, I'm watching this movie and I'm like, wow, I was really ignorant about the Bible. I still am, and I struggle with my faith every day. But I came out of that movie and I had this emotional breakdown. And I'm like, I wasn't happy, I wasn't sad. I don't even know why. I just broke down for about 10 minutes. Okay, so this is where it gets weird. 2 days later, I go to church with my wife. This is right before Easter. And we walk in, big church we go to in Corona, California. And I sit down in the stadium, and literally right when I sit down, I feel this heat in my lower back. My entire lower back from midway down is on fire. And I'm like, what is going on? For 1 hour during the whole service, my back is so hot, I can't even lean back in my chair. I didn't tell my wife anything. I just turned it sideways. I was leaning forward. I'm thinking, okay, I'm not sick. I feel fine. I don't have a fever. Why is my lower back on fire? All right, the service ends. We go outside. It's about 68 degrees, and it's really chilly out. And me and the wife sit on this couch because we're waiting for a friend to go get her child. And like I said, it's cold out, and I'm wearing just a t-shirt, and my back's still on fire. I can't even lean back against the couch because my back is so hot. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on with my back, dude? This is weird. Okay, so I go home that night. It goes away about an hour after we left church, and I'm laying in bed that night, and I'm like, I recall that time that girl did that healing on me at the airport in Texas, and it's the same thing. It's this heat, right? Okay, let me tell you, for 5 weeks up to that day, I've woken up every morning with a pain in my lower left side. Feels like gallstones, or not gallstones, kidney stones or something. And I never got it looked at because about an hour and a half after I get up, it just goes away. So I'm like, I'm just blowing it off, right? The next morning after I had that heat in my lower back, I get up and the pain is basically, once again, it's about 80% gone. I can barely feel it. I'm like, what? And literally, like, couldn't feel any pain within half an hour. The next 2 days, every morning, the pain got less and less until it finally just went away. So, think what you will. I'm just telling you facts. These are two things that happened to me, and you know, like I said, I struggle with my faith, but those are things to me, I'm like, okay, that is, you know, supernatural things going on. I mean, your lower back just doesn't get hot like that, and whatever's ailing you just goes away. So I just want to tell you guys, man, like, if you're struggling with your faith, I'm not here, I'm not an evangelist, I'm not here to tell you, you know, to convince you to seek God. But for me, I've been struggling with it. I want to believe, but to me, faith is like love. You can't make yourself have faith, you know, it just, but I've been ignorant about the Bible, and wow, that guy's radio is loud. Left my blinker on again. Oh, I hate that. So yeah, since seeing that movie, it opened up my eyes to a lot of information that's in the Bible that I've been completely ignorant about. And, you know, hey, I didn't just overnight, I turned into this, you know, strong Christian with my faith restored, but I'm working on it every day. I'm actually reading the book right now, A Case for Christ, which is what the movie was based on. It's a true story. And, you know, I'm giving it a chance. I mean, look at it this way. If I put my faith in God and it isn't legitimate, what have I lost? I'll live a better life, I'll be happier, I'll feel, you know, cleanse my soul. God, guy's screaming. What the heck's he screaming at? Wow, that was weird. But on the flip side, if God is real, look how much I've got to gain. And my wife being a real strong Christian, I mean, it actually pains her that I haven't, you know, that my faith is as weak as it is. And she's an awesome person and she deserves better from me. So, you know, I'll be doing it for myself and I'll be doing it for her. So hey guys, I just want to share those stories with you. Like I said, these are just facts. This is what happened to me. Think what you will, but I'm kind of curious. Has anything like that ever happened to you? I mean, tell us about it. And like I said, I'm so stoked on my new bike. I hate it that it's in the garage in pieces, getting all this trick stuff done to it, because I've had it about a week and a half and I rode it once and it just kills me every time I see that bike sitting there calling my name. But when I get this bike done, it's going to be the baddest bike that a lot of us have ever seen. Trust me on this one. So, love spending time with you guys. I've got a lot of videos coming up, a ton more videos than I have time to make. I've been slacking a little bit just because I've been trying to get the bikes built and get my Harley ready for this rally coming up. But stay tuned, man. There's a lot coming up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.